This is Let's Talk About Magnum PI, the podcast from fans for fans of Magnum PI.
Importante.
And here we go again with sound.
That's
Okay, here we go.
There.
There you go. We're good.
We're good. We're here for a new episode. One that's slightly awkward. I think. A little bit nerve-wracking, at the very least.
Just a little.
Yeah. For the sole reason, we're not prepared.
No, we are definitely not prepared for anything.
Usually we have like a rewatch or a topic, or we just watched the last episode, or I don't know. This time? Nothing.
We got nothing.
Zilch.
What was my exact line to you yesterday? We're gonna freestyle it or something?
Yeah. We're gonna freestyle. I called it. I gave it a name. I called it the pre-Hawaii episode.
She did.
I still call it the pre-Hawaii episode because I'm running around like a headless chicken trying to figure everything out, and holy fuck, there's not much brain left in my head.
Yeah, and it's extremely early for me too. So, well, not extremely early, but early for me.
Now you know how I feel.
So we have no brain, but fun.
Yeah, I was doing like errands for travel this morning, and I ended up walking the wrong way. I ended up forgetting like half of the stuff that I wanted to get. I didn't forget. I needed to get 5 things. I remembered exactly one. I was so lucky that I was so lucky that my mom was with me, and she's like, "Didn't you want to bake for your coworkers before you leave?" I'm like, "Right, I need to get sugar." and maybe flour.
Might be a good thing if you're baking.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm making cookies on Sunday.
Yeah. My to-do list is quite long also. I have what to do. I have to do this, walk the dog, and then go to work all within the next hour. And then that's not including everything that I have left to do for stage and everything that I have left to do to prepare for Hawaii also. So yeah, at some point I have to drive up north and get all my bathing suits because they're at the lake and not here. So I don't know when that's gonna happen.
I mean,
why?
I'm gonna be the opportunistic person. Also, one of my friends in Hawaii gave me the interesting. Okay, let me roll back. I had gotten bathing suits, but as you know, there's snow outside. People usually don't have bathing suits in stock right now. So I got like the cheap ones that were still left. By the way, some really cute ones. And some of them I just got and tried on here at home, and they didn't fit. And I was like, I had to take them back, and there's none left. And told my friend, and my friend was like, "Why even bother? Just get some in Hawaii." And then I looked at some bathing suits that you could get in Hawaii. I'm like, why did I bother? They're so cute. So I'm gonna go get bathing suits in Hawaii.
I have 100 different bikinis, so I do not need any more. I'm not even exaggerating. When you see the amount of bikinis that I show up with, you're gonna be like, yeah, no, girl doesn't need any more bikinis.
I got 3 tops and 2 bottoms. That's it.
I can't even count how many I have.
Good lord.
I honestly cannot. But like I said, I think I have a couple bathing suits here, but they're all the ones that I don't wear, and then all the ones that I actually do wear are up north, but I'm not gonna get the opportunity. I'm gonna have to go up during the week at some point because I don't have the opportunity prior to, because my whole family found out yesterday is coming next weekend, and yeah, for the Jewish holidays, and it's my cousin literally phoned me while the promo was airing, or right after the promo aired. She called me and she was like, oh, she's like, yeah, I'm flying in. I was like, what do you mean you're flying in? She's like, yeah, I'm flying in. I'm like, when? She goes, Thursday. I'm like, you do realize that I, like, will not have any time, because she only gets in at 11:30 at night on Thursday. Friday I have to do stage. Saturday I'm working, and then she's leaving, like, Sunday afternoon. So I was like, well.
It's awesome. And then, let me double check the timing. And then, you got 1 week left before you fly to Hawaii.
Yeah. I will have 1 week at that point.
Yeah, and I'll be over here next week, Saturday. This time I'll be flying to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I should already be in the plane. Should probably still be over Europe, but...
Potentially.
Yeah, flying.
Yeah. So, that's coming. So I have to, at some point, go get my bathing suits, because kind of needed.
So let's start with the obvious thing to talk about. Guys, if you have any place that we should check out for you or take a video for you, tell us. Like, if any of you fans is like, oh my god, I always wanted to see 360 degrees of Cocoa, tell us. We can take these videos and we'll get them for you. I think there's like vlogs planned that we might upload later.
Potentially.
I did test my video and I just squealed so hot. My camera's so amazing. Ah!
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was her fault. It was quite the odyssey to get it though. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
you
had an insane time getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if you guys, if like when we're there, where they're filming, hit us up, because maybe we can go and get some videos of that for everyone too. So if you see something and you know where they're filming, let us know.
Yeah. We'll just probably be like, hi. I just hope I don't have to get into quarantine, because that would just throw a massive wrench in our plans.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't have to though.
No, I shouldn't. I'm fully vaccinated and all.
Yeah, well, it's also about the testing and stuff, but...
I don't have to be tested.
Before going? Yeah, you do. Yeah, because you weren't vaccinated in the US.
Oh, you mean... I meant the trusted testing partnership.
What do you mean?
I don't have to do the trusted testing partner.
Yeah, you do, because you can't just upload your vaccination card because you're not American.
You can.
Since when? I thought it was only American travelers that were vaccinated in the US.
No. It's new. It's new since November 8th. I actually had someone call.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Because as far as I knew, it was only people who were vaccinated in the United States that were exempt.
Nope. And nope.
That's good.
They updated their site and everything, so if any one of you wants to fly, it's really fucking complicated to do that, but you can do it.
Interesting.
So unless you have like a lot of time in Los Angeles and you want to do a trusted testing partner test, then you go for it. I just don't. I've got like 4 hours layover. That's not enough for a test.
No, it is not.
Especially if you have like to leave transit zone and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they updated that shit.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's always freaking changing.
Yeah. Who knows if I can even fly with everything changing around Germany.
Yeah, no, it's not easy to travel right now.
Yeah, they're talking about closing the airports and shit. Can you do that on like December 5th, please? Thank you.
Well, no, you don't want to get stuck.
I mean, if I'm stuck in Germany, that's the least of my problems.
No, I'm saying you don't want to get stuck in Hawaii.
What?
You don't want to get...
If you want to get stuck somewhere, please do it in Hawaii.
Yeah, but... Shit!
Why shit?
Money!
Nah. I'll figure it out. I
don't know, I think I'm the opposite of you. I think I'd rather be stuck here and not get, like, trapped.
No, I'm like chill. If I'm stuck in Hawaii, I'm super chill.
I would not be chill at all.
I mean, what better place to get stuck at?
True, if you're gonna get stuck, but...
Might as well get stuck in Hawaii. Here's the thing, not that you would get stuck. Given that I'm a German citizen, they literally can't stop me from flying in.
Yeah, it's true. Same here.
So if I was an American citizen, they couldn't stop me. They could just be like, hey, go into quarantine. You really made me paranoid now, by the way. Thank you.
About what? About the thing?
Yeah. That is information that I never had.
I would double check if I were you.
Oh, I would double check if I were you.
Because I've read it a million times that it's only if you have the CDC vaccination card that came from the United States. I'm gonna Google it.
Literally not the case anymore. And she's Googling it, and she's probably finding that information right now that confirms it for her, but the information for me is also true. Because I already did all this uploading, and there is a way to double check. You know, I haven't been vaccinated in the US, and then you can upload it. There's literally something that you can do for that. On the other hand, let me just be the person that just talks over while she's Googling. On the other hand, there's so much stuff that we get to do for Hawaii that's really freaking exciting. Starting from checking out Malasadas and Poke, we're certainly going to climb up Coco Head, which is like a wonderful place. I think Purdy has climbed out Coco Head and had like an Insta story about that once, and there's other Insta stories where she hiked, and that's something that I for one want to check out, and I'll probably make her check it out with me too. And I'm still just blabbering on because she's still Googling. Other things that we want to check out. I mean, there's a lot of places. There's lunch at McGarrett's, I think, that we should check out. Shout out to Sean. We still have to tell him that it's finally working out. The other thing that could happen now while she's Googling, getting information from the Safe Travels part of Hawaii is stupidly hard.
Yeah, because right here, it's like when you go to this link too, it's like, to avoid mandatory quarantine, the vaccination exemption program is an option for those who have been vaccinated in the United States, including its territories. But then it says this will be expanded on November 8th, and then it says details, and then...
Dun, dun, dun.
And then, this enhanced entry to Hawaii includes the mandatory State of Hawaii travel health form, safe travel. State of Hawaii is aligned. There is no State of Hawaii requirement for passengers directly flying to Hawaii. The airlines will screen passengers prior.
So basically, when they opened up November 8th, a couple of days later, they updated their website. They're still really, really bad about giving information. So if you email them, they'll just give you a copy of their FAQs, and depending on what keyword you did. Same with Twitter, which is really frustrating if you just want to talk to a human, but I had a friend who phoned in for me. And she's still, wow.
Because this is the horrible website, as you were just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It would be much easier if I was vaccinated and had a CDC vaccination card, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't. I have a WHO vaccination passport that is like as old as I am, so it's already halfway falling apart. And I have the QR code stuff from Germany, and I have a test booked for Germany, yeah, to board flights to the US, because that I need a test for. But like this tiny little test that you get free of charge in Germany once a week. And since I have no intention of, doing the cost intensive tests that cost like $15 when I can have the ones that I get from work, I'm doing the free of charge one. Because I get tests from work.
Wow, so stupid.
What did you see now?
It just says, like, you're considered fully vaccinated if it's 14 days after your thing.
Yeah, it's a pest.
But then everything that I'm seeing here just says it has to be a CDC one. But I mean, I believe what your whoever phoned, I would believe a phone call more than the website at this point.
And the fact that inside, when you announce a trip, and you get to upload your documents, inside there is the option to do I haven't been vaccinated in the US. So it's updated when you're in it.
That's fucked. They really need to change their website.
They need to let someone formulate shit so it's understandable. A technical writer, I volunteer.
Jesus.
Write that stuff for them, because that is very much, the typical lawyer speak at times instead of normal human speak.
So confusing.
Liz is back! Yeah, so confusing. I'm telling you.
It makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Am I hearing music in the background?
What?
Am I hearing music in the background?
Not in mine.
Am I going crazy? I'm going crazy.
So, we're almost halfway, or while we're in Hawaii, we'll be almost halfway through season 4. Let's talk about that.
We will be halfway through season 4 by the time I get there.
Isn't halfway
the 10th episode will have aired.
It stopped in...
Oh, sorry, no, the 9th. Only the 9th, sorry.
I was about to say 9th?
Sorry, I'm thinking the date, the 10th. I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah, almost halfway.
Good morning.
Too early!
I love the fact that for her, it's like 6 a.m. Usually we start recording after the episode at 4 a.m. for me. So I'm like... But
to be fair, I've been up. But to be fair, I've been up since 4 a.m. So, actually before that, since 3. So...
I mean, had I not been out doing all of these fucking errands for Hawaii, I would have, started recording with you at 4 a.m.
Yeah, no, so fair enough. I've been up since 3, so...
What do you think happens in the second half of season 4?
Good question.
Right?
Good question. It's funny, because I knew so much about the first half. And I only know, bits and pieces of the second, but nothing coherent. And by bits and pieces, I literally just mean the Miggy boat thing.
Yeah, the supposed dream sequence, or not.
That's literally all I know about the second half. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't really see, like, I can't really see where we go from there. Like, like, where do we jump off of from the Christmas episode, right? Considering we've had a pretty, like, for Magnum, we've had a decent amount of continuity over the first half.
We did.
For the first time in a long time, so I'm wondering, like, is the continuity going to continue somehow, or are we just going to go back to, like, the format of each week is something completely different with zero continuity?
Such a good question.
And where do we jump off from? Like, if we end on Christmas, where do we jump off of?
Where do we stand? That's, like, the most interesting question, because there's two options, as we can see right now.
Mm-hmm.
One option is Magnum is once again heartbroken, because there is, it could be that he's no longer with his Leah, or he's still with Leah. That depends. That, would pull a little bit of a different, at the German, English. That would make, what we could expect different, because, I think a lot of us, and we've said that a lot of times, are on our team, where we say it looks like we're heading towards Miggy at the end of the season, just based on the framing that would happen with White Belt kids.
Mm-hmm. And also, like, the few Miggy talks that we've gotten, and Juliet's reaction to a lot of things over the beginning of the season, I think, indicate that as well.
Yeah, but I'm once again the one that's really careful about that thing. I think, in my eyes, she's not as far as everybody else thinks she is.
No, I don't think she's very far either, but I think she's starting.
She's slowly starting to entertain the possibility of the idea that Magnum could potentially be a good boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But she's only starting to entertain the idea.
I think, though, knowing, like, if it is going to happen, if Miggy is happening at the end of this season, it's going to happen just as quickly as the supposed breakup with Ethan. It's going to be like a 2 or 3 episode lead up, and then boom, because that's exactly what happened with Ethan. They were all happy in Kenya, and then it was like within 3 or 4 episodes, they're gone.
Which is why I think Leah could, be over in Christmas.
But what do you make of the fact that Chantal posted that TikTok saying that she was back on set?
She's still Katsumoto's partner.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking if there is a breakup, there potentially could still be a breakup in episode 9, and then she's back for, like, that one episode or whatever it is, that, she maybe needs their help, or she's still just Katsumoto's partner and she's still there. Just awkward.
We don't even know if it's the end for her.
Yeah, well, we know that she's back for at least that one episode later on. Could be more, who knows.
I mean, here's the thing. Leah, unlike Ethan, has more connections outside of Thomas, so there is a chance that she's going to stick around. Also, I'm really interested to see when Rick and TC are going to be clued into Leah and Thomas. I'd say next episode, personally.
Yeah. Well, I would say 100% by
Christmas?
Yeah. Obviously, 100%. But yeah, I agree. I think potentially next episode, because I think next episode is going to be, shall we say, a secret reveal quotation episode, because Higgy's going to get found out, obviously. And we know Leah gets found out at the Christmas episode, but
I mean, we might finally be clued into the fact that she has a secret next episode.
Well, we know she is in the Christmas episode. TV Line reported it.
Yeah, but, at one point, the other characters might find out that, she has a secret. Let's find out what her secret is. Because right now, nobody knows.
There's no hint. Yeah, there's no hint of it. But I think given the fact that Higgins' MI6 secret is coming out next episode, maybe Magnum is gonna finally be like, okay, secrets is enough. I'm dating Leah, right? Like, because he realizes that secrets are a bad thing, and then obviously he doesn't know that Leah has a secret. And then that's just going to be in the next episode.
Which would, support the idea that they break up.
Mm-hmm.
I just broke my pen.
Broke your pen. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Something that was me breaking my pen.
I originally, when I saw that Chantal was back on set, I was like, okay, obviously they're not going to break up, and then I kind of thought of it a little bit harder, and I was like, there's a possibility that they could. Yeah. There's still a possibility, because whether or not they break up in episode 9, there's no way that,
she's just gonna give up her job?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. There's no way that even if her secret, let's say her secret, because we know it's about her family, because that's what was in the synopsis, even if the secret is nothing, let's say, right? And I'm not saying it's not nothing, but let's say it's nothing. The sheer fact that she kept a secret from Magnum is going to affect him, and it's going to affect their relationship. Whether or not, if they don't break up, their relationship is still not going to be the same. Just the same that Magnum and Higgins' relationship was also a little bit affected when they kept secrets from each other. So, and Magnum and Leah do not have as much trust as Magnum and Higgins. So I think even if it's not a big secret, and even if he does ultimately end up accepting that she kept something from him, it's not going to be the same. Okay, there's still going to be that doubt.
Here's a few cents for me. A, depending on what the secret is, if the secret is I don't like turkey, I don't eat meat, obviously that's not going to affect anything. So depending on the size of the secret, I think the relationship could still be fine. Depending on the other side, could break apart. But then something that I find really interesting is going to be the fact that we're having a direct contrast between the secret reveal from Higgy to Ethan and Leah to Magnum. Because, and it's also, I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited to see the fandom react, because I've got some theories, and I've got some theories on the reaction. I really want to see it. Because I think either Magnum takes it a lot like Ethan, or he takes it better. But what if he takes it a lot worse?
Could be. I think he'll probably take it somewhere in the middle.
So a lot like Ethan.
Yeah, I can definitely see him being upset with her, and needing his space, but ultimately
he probably is going to be a little bit clever about needing space and being like, I need a moment, and actually telling her, not just assuming her she knows. So yeah.
But the only reason that I think that he might be a little bit more upset than what we're used to with Magnum is simply because it's a woman that he loves and cares about is lying to him, and that's going to bring back Hannah. That's the only reason why I think potentially he might be a little bit more upset than, again, what we're used to.
Again, and I'm always going to be the one, keeping your secret is still not the same as lying. It's just a secret. It's just telling someone that. Yes, you could have been like, hey, I am not ready to tell you that. At the same time, you're not physically required to tell someone, oh, I haven't told you about this part. Depending on what it is.
We don't know. But again, we don't know whether or not if Leah kept, like, we don't know if Leah directly lied to him or if she just didn't tell him.
Yeah, but I was gonna get there. Honestly, I was gonna get there. So, keeping a secret is not lying. However, and I'm going to circle back to what happened with Higgy and Ethan, she didn't just keep a secret. The MI6 thing, she kept secret, yes. And that's something that, obviously, someone has to, digest first. But, on top of keeping a secret there, she flat out lied to him. And we see it happened, it's in canon, you can go and rewatch it again. She flat out lied to him. There is a reason why Ethan assumed there was an accident with Richard.
No, she specifically said, I told you that, he didn't die,
Yeah, that's what I meant. So she flat out lied to him there. To keep that secret, but there is a lie. So, he might have had a very different reaction if she was like, oh, I was MI6. And been like, I can't tell you how Richard died because, I want to keep this, or just not talk about it. So, there's always this different taste to something when you're like, flat out lying to them to keep a secret, or, just being like, I haven't told you this part about me yet.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if she lied to him or not. Because it is possible she did lie, and it is possible that she didn't. So
and it's just a secret that maybe even never came up.
Yeah, it's possible, 100%. But, I mean, I do see Magnum being... for sure he's going to be upset for at least a little bit of time. Like, I don't think he's just going to be like, yeah, it's all good. Like, because, like, nobody would.
So, stuff like that needs processing.
Yeah.
No matter what.
So the question is, then, how much does it affect him? Do they break up, and she comes back just as Gordon's partner, or maybe she needs their help, or maybe... who the hell knows,
Yeah.
But my money, for some reason, just simply based on the fact that Chantal was back, if I had to put money on something, and again, I'm not saying that this is right, but I don't think that they break up.
Me neither.
That would be my guess, because I do think, like, I mean, again, like you said, Leah's more attached outside of the relationship than we've ever had before, because, like, we've had many characters,
Abby, for example, Abby's only touching point with the group was Magnum. Take that away.
Ethan, same thing.
Obviously, Abby falls away. Ethan's only attachment was Higgy. Take it away, Ethan's now gone. However, Leah is his girlfriend, and she's also Katsumoto's partner, so take one of them away, she still has a reason to be around. Which I love, because I love Leah.
Yeah, no, and you know what? It would actually be more... Because, like, I kind of think it's, like, a little cliche to be like, I reveal this whole big secret, we fight, but you're okay with it, And I would rather them, like, I would almost rather him not be okay with it, and then, like you said, Leah stick around as Katsumoto's partner, Like, I think I would rather that than have, again, basically exactly what happened with Ethan. Like, Ethan got told the secret, he was upset, he got over it, they're still together. Well, I was gonna say they're still together, but they're not still together, but they were still together at the time.
I mean, do we know that for sure? It wasn't mentioned, and JLE, for some reason, either was trolling us on Twitter the other day, or he didn't know.
He's a Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know, I've tweeted the guy about, basically being like, since you obviously broke up, and he had some interesting reactions to it. Like, what?
He did.
What?
Yeah, he did. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna find out in 2 weeks. So I'm very curious to see.
Oh, goodness.
I know. I can
find out how to watch it. If I can watch it. Oh, whatever. Oh.
It depends how good the internet is.
Or if I have a decent TV.
True.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to next week's episode.
Which I won't be able to watch
until she gets to Hawaii and has decent enough internet.
And then like the day after, because I will not arrive in Hawaii at like 9 p.m. and not go straight to bed, especially not given the fact that night marches is still a thing. I'm not tempting fate on my first day. Imagine that. She went to Hawaii and she suddenly inexplicably dies, and because she saw a night marcher. But
yeah.
There's also a reason why I'm like I'm avoiding night marches, due to the fact everybody I know over there believes in them. So I'm like, there might be some truth to it. I don't know. I'm not risking it.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. No thanks.
And they sound scary. Really
yeah, they do sound scary. They sound really freaking scary.
What else are we gonna do? North Shore. Haliva bowls. I need one of them. They look so good. Oh, and obviously shaved ice.
Yes, 100%.
I do have a shaved ice machine here, so I've been making myself some of it, but it's not going to be the same.
It's not the same.
It's not going to be the same.
Definitely not the same.
I want to
100%
go and
not the same.
I hope we get to see some Honu.
Some what?
Honu.
What's that?
Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
Turtle.
Definitely, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Don't touch them. Ever.
Yeah, no.
If they touch you, it's cool, but don't touch them. Because Hawaiians don't like it when you touch them. For obvious reasons, Amakua and stuff.
Exactly.
If they touch you, that's fine. Because they did the touching. And leave the monk seals alone, obviously.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, you don't hear that music? I'm hearing it again.
No. Take your headphones off for a second and see if it's on your end.
Well, it's funny because like my microphone actually amplifies that kind of stuff, so it probably is on my end. Just hang on. No, I only hear it with my headphones on, but I'm thinking like it can't be my neighbors because my neighbors are vampires, so they only go to bed at like 3 a.m. So they're definitely not playing music at 6:45 a.m. because they probably just went to sleep.
They would burn otherwise.
Pretty much. My neighbors are legitimately vampires. And the wall behind me is like their wall. So, holy
fuck, what's going on?
Are you hearing it now?
No, I'm hearing someone walk. Oh, it's my neighbor. It's my neighbor.
But also, can we talk about that promo?
Yes! Can we talk about that promo?
So my theory is that Higgins with the bag and the SUV, that's just them being like, put this on so you don't know where we're going. I don't think she's getting kidnapped. It doesn't look like she was there against her will at all. So, my theory is it's her, because we know that she gets the mission to infiltrate that organization, so I think that's probably her meeting up with the organization for the first time, and then they're like, get in, and they put the bag on her head so they don't know, like, she doesn't know where they're going.
Oh,
that's my theory.
Maybe that's also why she has Eve, because they might be like, capture her to prove your trust, loyalty and shit.
I went on a rant this morning about that.
You did? I didn't see it yet.
It's literally out there. Sia and I were going back and forth about that on Twitter.
Well, I've turned my mobile data off, so I didn't see anything while I was out doing errands. I had a hard enough time finding the right way.
So yeah, I do think the Eve thing is gonna, like, so bag on the heads goes with them to the place. They might have captured Eve, and then they're like, you're gonna be the one to interrogate her, or they're gonna tell her to go get Eve, and bring her back to prove the loyalty, and obviously she'll do it because that's the mission, and she's trying to protect the file, and blah 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 blah.
Also, she doesn't technically have a lot of loyalty to Eve.
It's true, she really doesn't. She really doesn't like her at all. If last episode is anything to go by,
which it is.
And so my biggest question is, how the hell do they wrap this storyline up? And we know they do, so how in the hell does that happen?
How does Magnum get involved? That's the question.
He follows her. Oh, actually, I have a theory.
Oh, here we go.
You know in the promo that there's somebody looking at, or like it's made to look like somebody's looking at Higgy through the binoculars as the SUV comes up to the Range Rover. I think that maybe that's Magnum. He followed her to the meeting point.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there as my theory.
But what I also meant is, how much does he get involved? Does he, when does he start to help her? How does he start to help her? Is he maybe even going against her initially? All in all, I think the major storyline of that episode is not going to be Rick.
I think not.
Also, I think, and looking back at it, this storyline with Rick is probably a really good excuse for Rick to just nope out to Chicago for a bit. So a certain Zachary Knighton can have a little bit of a baby break.
Point well taken.
Congratulations on the little baby, by the way. To the guy.
Adorable little kid.
These first pictures of that baby, I couldn't stop laughing because that baby has very serious expression in one of them.
Oh, yes!
I think you were the one who's saying, you don't have boobs, you're useless to me. Yes. That's basically what he looked like. He's super cute, super adorable, but that look was like Kitman's business already.
Yep, he's like, you're useless, bye-bye, mommy only right now.
Yeah. You don't have boobs, go away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I texted you.
That is exactly what you texted me!
Our conversations. If anybody ever got a hold of our phones.
They would throw it away and burn it. Like, the most savory stuff that we're talking about is Hawaii. Anything else, we have weird, crazy theories. We go nuts about our coworkers. Oh, by the way, one of my coworkers was so sweet. He's, shit at work is really hot at the moment, and he found a job offer for himself and heard that they needed someone where it would be perfect for. He's like, go, apply, so we can still drive to work together. Isn't that sweet?
That's adorable.
Yes. Also saves money and helps the environment.
True. Yeah, no, our text conversations are literally like, this person sucks. This is the theory about this.
Yeah, and by this person sucks, it's usually our coworkers.
Yeah, it's actually always our coworkers, not usually.
Yeah.
It's literally always our coworkers.
Yeah. No, I distinctly remember us going crazy about the Hawaii Safe Travel website once.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, guys, imagine it. You are, first thing, if you upload the vaccination record, way up there it says CDC only. When you scroll down like 2 pages, you'll find out that it's not CDC only. You can be like, I wasn't vaccinated in the US, but they haven't updated it all. So in the beginning, it's like, what?
I know. And nobody can give you a freaking straight answer either.
And that's the thing. Then you go, write them in mail, and they send you excerpts of their FAQs, which is...
It's like, I'm emailing you because the FAQs are useless!
Yeah. And then I did it again twice. Try to, not use certain words. Depending on what words you use, you get extremely not useless parts of the, extremely more useless parts of the FAQs. I was like, do you guys actually take this or this proof of vaccination? Because I have 2 versions of it. Still the same vaccination, but I have 2 versions of it depending on what I'm doing. And they're like, you have to upload your vaccination proof there. And like, yes, I know! I just
don't not answering my question. They're useless. They're honestly useless.
I literally replied to them and was like, yeah, that's not what they react to at all. Thank you guys, you suck. I mean, they're probably slammed with so many requests. But then again, here's the other thing. I tried to call them myself. And when you do, from outside the US, this is not where you can call. You're outside of the US. Please go to our website or send us an email. I'm like, I tried. It's useless.
Must be outside of US and Canada, because remember when we were on it together, I managed, but they were like, oh, the offices are closed. Yeah, but
I specifically called them during office hours, so
yeah,
you might have gotten through to the, oh, you're not in the US. But then again, you have the same, country number, as the US, so they might have, you might belong.
Different area codes, obviously, but same country code, yeah.
Yeah, and mine is very, very different.
Yeah, I still don't understand European phone numbers.
I don't understand your guys' phone numbers. They were weird.
Because Mexico too has like a double digit country code. So that one I know because it's the country code and then like our numbers. Area code, then 3, then 4 is how it goes. So like you do the 52, which is the area code of Mexico, and then which is the country code of Mexico, then you do the area code, which is 3, and then you have the actual phone number, which is 3, and then 4. That's how. So Mexico I get, Canada I get, US I get.
Easy. Germany is super. Germany's phone numbers are super easy. If you have a mobile phone, you don't have an area code. There's just like a random phone. You have like certain. Oh, we belong to this phone company, which doesn't even matter anymore because we can take our numbers with us. So you can have like a Vodafone phone number.
Yeah.
But you're on a completely different provider by now, so it's really messy. But initially, that's what they tried to do. Yeah, it's just got messy as fuck.
We have so many phone numbers that we have like 3 different area codes for Montreal.
If you have landlines, then you have an area code. Well, a specific area code. You have 07 for where I'm, and then you have like a little bit of add-on to be like, oh, this is your city.
That's messy.
Yeah, it's fine. It's actually really understandable if you live here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Same. It's actually really fucking easy, even with if you know the area code, the general area code of your area for postal. So 07 is the area code for if you send something to me postal wise. 7 is the code for me if you want to send me a mail. classic letter shit. And 07 is the phone thing.
Messy.
That is actually, for once, easy. And then you have UK, where the area code is really weird.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not even gonna go there.
My friend says, like, I think she's in Manchester, CY number exploit, and I'm just like, where the fuck does the CY come from? Where does it come from?
For the postal?
Yeah.
Oh no, us too, we have that. We have H4 is ours.
Yeah, but...
Like, the beginning is like H4X.
Yeah, it's just like, why? Where does that come from?
No idea. It's like the airport codes in Canada. Like for Montreal, it's Yule, like YUL. Where does Yule come from? You know.
This is a fucking good question.
Like, and they're all like that in Canada. Like, Toronto is YYZ. Calgary is YYC, which actually makes sense because C for Calgary. Vancouver is YVR. Halifax is
makes more sense.
YVR? Yeah, Vancouver, yeah, I guess.
VR, Vancouver, the Y, I never even questioned the Y.
Well, the Y, so the reason for the Y is because our airport codes used to only be 2, but like the universal is 3, so they just added Y for every one in Canada.
That's cute.
So YHZ is Halifax? Am I right about that?
Probably. I always question why my local airport has the code KBR.
KBR.
And to this day, I have no fucking clue where the R comes from. Because it's Karlsruhe, Baden-Baden. Where the fuck is the R? There's no R.
It's probably because, like, they couldn't use it because it was being used somewhere else.
Or maybe it's, like, regional shit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Hawaii is nice. HNL. So nice.
Well, do you know what Maui's is? Maui's is messed up. Maui's is OGG.
Where does that come from?
No idea. And, Kauai is, K... God, I gotta brush up with my airline. Can you tell I've not worked for an airline for a long time now?
Yeah.
Because I remember OGG because when I was learning it, because one of the foundations of working for an airline is you have to know the airport codes for most airports that the airline flies to. And I remember when we were talking about the different airport codes and how, like, messed up it all is, and somebody was like, yeah, do you know what Maui's is? And everyone was like, no. Like, OGG, ugh! We're like, what? They're like, you'll never forget it, ugh! We're like, okay. And, like, Whitehorse, like, here in Canada, like, in the, like, super, super north, is, like, Whitehorse is, like, Y... What is... It looks like... It's, like, Y... It's 2 Y's, it's Y something Y, and it looks like a horse, but I can't remember what the middle letter is to make it look like the horse. There's all these tricks that you learn to remember it.
Okay, I double-checked this OGG thing, because I was like, oh, maybe there's a place around there that makes it make sense.
Well, it's Kahului Airport.
Yeah, exactly, I'm just like on Google Maps, and it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
No sense!
It really doesn't. And I don't know what the airport code is for Kona. Like, in the Big Island, I don't know what the Big Island one is. I only know Maui and Honolulu. Those are the only ones I know.
I mean, I'm already on Google. It's, KOA.
Oh, well that makes sense. Kona.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
KOA! Makes sense for a change.
Yeah, well, I mean, so a lot of the ones in the US make sense, and a lot of the ones in Europe make sense. Like, FRA for Frankfurt, that makes sense.
Ah! You have to be more specific about that, my darling.
Well, FRA is the Big Frankfurt. That's the airport code for the Big Frankfurt.
That's Fraport, Frankfurt Airport in Frankfurt am Main. We also have Frankfurt Hahn, which is a tiny one that's fucking close by, and I had
But only one is FRA.
Yeah, but I had friends be like, I'm flying into Frankfurt, and I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm picking you up, and they're like, yeah, where are you? I'm waiting for you. I'm right here! And there was even a flight coming in from their place in England at that time. And they're like, yeah, but you're not here. And she sent me a picture. And I was like,
yeah,
where
the other one.
Fuck are you? I'm here. Like, dude, it takes me like 2 hours to get to you.
Shit.
Luckily, it was actually on the way to where we wanted to go, so that was fine. I'm like, okay, yeah, I paid like 15 euros for parking for nothing.
Oh, man.
And then on top of that, we also have another Frankfurt. So we have 2 Frankfurt. I didn't even think about the second Frankfurt airport. I only thought about we have 2 Frankfurts. We have the northern one, and we have the southern one. Southern is the big one. Northern one is like way away from me. I was more concerned with guiding her to the right Frankfurt, though. I didn't even think about that. Frankfurt had 2 airports. Not that Frankfurt Hahn is actually even remotely close to Frankfurt. Not. It's more close. It's closer to like U.S. military bases. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on sometimes.
I know. Yeah, it's weird where they decide to like name airport codes.
Let's go back to the show. How do you want the season to end? And do you think Leah's secret might have consequences for the second half? If it's a big one.
Okay. How I want the season to end. I can tell you one thing I don't want to end the season. That's the question of, will Higgins leave again? Because that's literally been like... I call it 2.5 seasons because in the first season it technically didn't happen. It was a deleted scene, so... But...
Kind of did happen.
I call it a half. Yeah. But, so one thing I don't want... Please don't make it a question of if Higgins is going to leave again, and don't flip it so it's like Magnum leaving. God damn it, just don't.
We don't have to leave all the time.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me a little bit of The 100. We're like, end of every season, without question, I don't know about the 6th or 7th season, the last 2 seasons, but at the end of most seasons, no, I don't know about the last season, but I know it happened in the second to last season. At the end of every fucking season, it was a question of whether or not Clark will pull a lever. I got real
fed up.
Yeah, I got a twitchy eye and everything about there's a lever again. Oh my fuck's sake! Can there not be a lever for once? That's what Higgins leaving is shaping out to be like. Oh, not again. So
please, good God, please don't. So that's what I don't want to see. For once, I know that I'm going to get shit for this, but I want a happy ending. Not necessarily Miggy. It doesn't have to be Miggy, but I want, like, kind of like what we got at the end of the first season with the Ohana together and, like, that kind of ending. I want a season 1 ending again.
And if you don't want to give us a happy ending, just give us a fucking actual good cliffhanger. How about that? Like, make us be like, oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah. Because these like, half-ass cliffhangers are dumb. Like, in season 2 where it was like, I now own Robin's Nest. Cliffhanger, I say with, like, ultra parenthèses, you know, like, and that same thing with, like, Higgins leaving to Kenya, quote, you know, like, air quotes, like, cliffhanger, because it wasn't really, but...
Yeah, where you're, like, questioning if she's gonna be back next season. Obviously.
Well, I mean, we all knew she was, but, well.
We didn't all know that. There was plenty of fans on Twitter that were like, oh, is Higgins now gone? Did Perdita leave?
We're not going there. So yeah, and then going to your question of if Leah's secret will have an impact, if it's anything major. Okay. I say if if Magnum and Leah do break up in episode 9, and Leah is coming back later, and it has to do with whatever this family secret is, then yes, it will, right? But if they don't break up, I'm gonna say no, it's not gonna have a big deal. Unless Magnum sort of keeps it in the back of his mind, and when the breakup does happen, he kind of cites that as one of the reasons. But other than that, no, I really don't think it's gonna have that much bearing on it. What about you? You think?
I think it depends on the gravity of the secret. If it's like a huge thing where it actually could introduce like a villain or something, it might be the overarching villain of the next half of the. Who am I kidding? There's not going to be an overarching villain.
I was going to say, what are you saying?
I wish.
Better than that.
Full thinking of I want an overarching villain. I want Ivan.
I want Ivan back too, guys. Please.
You can't just cast Peter Facinelli as Ivan and then make him disappear. What? Guys.
And also have Magnum fucking say, "I don't think this is over." Like he literally said, "It's not over."
Alluded to him being back. When can we have, please? Thank you.
It's literally not fucking over. Like, god damn it. Give. The ultimate, the ultimate, like, for me, the ultimate reintroduction to Ivan, this just came to mind. The ultimate reintroduction to Ivan would be...
He's Leah's father.
We did think that at the beginning, remember?
I mean, nothing tells us that he's not at the moment.
Truth. It was one of the theories early on.
We haven't been disproven yet. Yeah.
Nope, it is true, we have not. The best would be if Miggy finally gets their happy ending, air quotes, and then, boom, Ivan. And
shoots one of them, bada-bing. Cliffhanger!
Yeah, shit explodes, and, like, shoots one of them, or grabs Higgy, or grabs Magnum. And please, if you're gonna grab Higgy, do it right. Please. God damn it, do it right. Because I'm still so salty about that.
I mean, if Ivan grabs Higgy and takes her off island, that's like some Higgy leaving scenario that I would kind of accept. Because it's also a cliffhanger, a real one for real this time. So like that go there.
But will they?
I personally also accept my they have to be fugitives and run together version of them, leaving the island.
That would be cool too.
I'd be fine with that.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love for Ivan to pull Miggy apart at some point. Whenever Miggy does happen, I'd love for Ivan to come back and be like, "Not today, bitches!" and just pull them apart in whatever way he possibly can.
Not today, bitches. For some reason, I just mentally had Simo Leo in my head where he's gonna be like, "I'm Shang-Chi, bitches!" Yes! I'm very much obsessed with Shang-Chi right now.
And also, if Ivan's gonna come back, god damn it, how much longer can they possibly wait before the effect would be, like, kinda gone? Because, like, at some point, it's gonna be like, oh, yeah, right, that guy, you know?
But on the other hand, sorry, that was a weird pronunciation. On the other hand, we had Wolfat in 5-0.
I was about to say Wolfat.
And we had him so often be like subdued by McGarrett that at one point he lost his effect due to that.
Mm-hmm.
So they having him little bit scarce would have been more of an effect there, I think. Or at least for me. For other people, it might be a different version, different view. But for me, Bullfat lost a little bit of his scariness due to the fact that, yeah, the amount of time McGarrett kicked his ass didn't exactly speak for him being as badass as McGarrett was.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember, besides Magnum saying that it wasn't over, what actually, like, where did we last see Ivan? Was it in, like, at the Triple Frontier and he escaped, right? Is that what yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's I think that's also the last time we heard of him.
Yeah, he was not mentioned again. He's not been mentioned again.
You've got an awesome villain that can be scary as shit. I can tell you, Peter Facinelli can pull it off really well.
He did!
Even worse. He can get...
Yeah.
Like, that guy off the leash and he'll blow you away.
Just his, like, very basic screen time, like, minimal screen time, he was something.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, based on the fact that I've met the dude, he's a really nice guy. I really bought that Timur character thing. I didn't see it coming that he was Ivan.
No, neither did I.
I mean,
at the time,
rewatching it, I'm like, you've been a fool! You should have seen that coming! He was, he was acting really shady, but, like, at the beginning, we totally bought it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. At the beginning, I was like, holy crap.
Also tells us about his acting qualities. That guy can pull this off. Like, he can give you that sense of security, but when you go back, you see, oh, there was... Hi? How did you miss that?
Yeah. He's an incredible actor, and I would love to have him back. I would love to have him back just for at least one more episode, just to have that showdown. Because that would be an epic showdown.
A similar showdown than to the original?
Ooh, yes. Yes, that's true, that showdown. You know, that's actually one of the most, talked about moments in the original, was whether or not Magnum actually shot Ivan. That's actually one of the questions that is still, like, to this day, if you Google the original Magnum PI, that's one of the questions that is still debated.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. It's amazing, like, because I've been watching the old one, it's amazing to have, like, those old characters, like, come back. So, like, in the original, Nuzo was actually evil. Like... And it's cool how they, like, tip the names, but, like, kind of change the character a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and they needed him to give them the call to action.
Yeah. So, it's pretty... to contrast the original with the new version is kind of fun.
I need to start watching the old version again.
It's on the Plex!
Yeah. Yeah, there's still this barrier where I'm like a second generation Magnum fan, as I've told you guys probably before, and second generation 5.0 fan. But the thing is, it also means that tiny little me grew up with Tom Selleck on the screen, and other people around wearing mustaches, and for some reason, men wearing mustaches scare me to shit. And Tom Selleck, he's no, he's scary.
Yeah, I don't.
Because of the mustache.
To me,
something must have happened when I was younger that makes Tom Selleck scary.
To me, Jay will always be Magnum.
Yeah.
I have a hard... I know, like, I know this sounds so dumb, because Tom Selleck was the original, but I have a hard time buying Tom Selleck as Magnum. Even though he's the original.
I feel like they're so different. That they both have, their place and their reason to be Magnum, but I cannot see them as the same character.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to
Because
see them.
this Thomas is Jay Hernandez's Thomas Magnum is kind of our Magnum, our generation's Magnum. Tom Selleck is my mom's generation's Magnum.
Yep.
Oh, she does
Yep.
nothing against Jay Hernandez. She thinks he's great.
Yeah, my mom too. Same thing.
I think
We should wrap up. What do you think?
yeah, I think so too. And get excited for our helicopter too. So we're going to go up in the Magnum PI helicopter.
Yeah.
I think that's the most Magnum thing we have planned for this entire stay.
Oh, but rest assured there will be more.
I think so too, but like this is right now the most Magnum thing we've planned.
Yeah. Because I did text you saying I'm running around the island.
Yeah, and I'm not planning to take many shirts because aloha shirts. Hi.
True. But yeah.
So there's that. Is there any spoilers? Nah, isn't there on vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. It's American Thanksgiving, so
It was.
there. Well, still is technically till Sunday night.
Break. Thanksgiving break. Isn't Thanksgiving just one day?
I mean, technically yes, but in the US they kind of consider everything from like the Wednesday to the Sunday to be Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So weird.
So, unfortunately that means no spoilers, no episode.
And even our episode is just freestyling and getting distracted and weird and me chattering while this one Googles something and comes to no solid conclusion.
Because what else is new?
What else is new with the Hawaii Safe Travel app?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I hear a
see, that should be yours. Hi, Rufus. So we see you guys whenever the next episode here is.
It is, yeah.
We don't know yet.
But look out for some lives.
Yeah, or some other stuff.